Welcome back to the Gardening with Joy and Holly radio show. Happy to have you along. Thank you for allowing us to be part of your day. Want more information about those sponsors and everyone you hear on the program to allow it to be heard on your station? Our parent website, thewisconsinvegetablegardener.com, underneath the Radio 9 tab at the top of the page, and coupon codes can be found under the Money tab. Well, it's time for another segment of Chatter Spot. It is a segment in which Holly and I discuss unique, fun questions on how we would, of different things. So you'll get the gist of it here momentarily. So let's start with drink packets or drink mixes that don't exist that you think should exist.
So what Joe is referring to, what people would call like Crystal Light, which has now evolved to many different brands, coming out with many different flavors of drink mixes.
One little tube is equal to one water bottle, essentially.
Basically, yeah. And there's like everything from, orange to strawberry to sweet tea flavors to margarita flavors, etc. So, so for me, so you know how people, when they have parties, or they used to have parties, they would make that punch where it's like punch and then like white soda and sherbet. And it's really good party punch.
Yeah.
A flavor like that would be good.
But without the carbonation.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking like cheesecake, barbecue sauce.
Barbecue? You want to drink barbecue sauce?
Well, if you did it right, there's some really good barbecue sauces.
That's okay. I'm judging right now. Cheesecake?
Cheesecake would be good.
Like, you could do that.
They have cheesecake mixes?
No, but they have like vanilla.
I know, but I want cheesecake.
They might have cheesecake.
I'm sure some people would like chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate. I don't know. I just thought of that fruit punch was like the first one. I think like
maybe some people would like fruit drink sticks that mimic their favorite beer without the alcohol.
That would be good, but I think that'd be weird without carbonation.
I think if you're wanting to drink without having to have the alcohol.
Yeah, that's true. And again, like I said, there's flavors like the margarita, strawberry daiquiri, whatever. So maybe other type of cocktail drinks, flavors like old fashioned or whatever. I think old fashions are kind of boozy, so I'm not really sure how that would work out.
So you can see the pattern, and this is kind of how ChatterSpot goes. If you want to submit your question, you can gardentalkradio@gmail.com or 1-800-927-SHOW. Places or a place that you want to go regardless on Earth, regardless of cost or travel expense, anything like that. Is there any place that you would like to go?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Alaska.
Okay.
And I think at some point I'm going to drag you to Alaska.
For what specific
just
reason?
Because people say it's just so beautiful. And you and I are outdoorsy. Why wouldn't you want to see Alaska?
Except for, when the grizzly bears is dragging your leg off after it's bitching.
We would stay safe. And then also India. I've always wanted to go to India. I don't know if I would love traveling
Do you
there.
like Indian food?
I love Indian food. How do you not know that?
I'm asking it for the conversation purpose.
I love Indian food. I think the culture and just the people, really beautiful. I know it's very, very crowded in certain spots, but there's also like some tropical areas that I've learned about, and I think it would be nice. What about you?
The Milk River in Montana.
What's that?
Is
it white?
No, it is an area where certain hunting protection value people go to hunt, but there's a lot of alfalfa fields, a lot of irrigation, and the deer come out of the mountain and feed in the alfalfa fields, and in the afternoon there can be literally 300 to 500 deer. You sit on top of a cliff and you can scan 5 or 6 fields, and there's literally hundreds of deer in these fields, and at night they go back up.
And you can just get them?
You can, you select which one you want, and then you can pattern and all this. Yeah. But if you're a hunter, that's a place that many people want to go. It's a very beautiful place.
So why don't we go? I'd go to Montana.
Oh, well.
Just call me Cowboy Bill.
I don't think that, yeah.
Is that why Wyoming's a cowboy state, right?
I believe.
I forget.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so...
sayings that don't make sense.
One time, my dad said something like, you can't eat cake with both shoes on. I don't know what he said, but it sounded like some old timer saying, and You can't sit with your shoes on and eat. I can't remember what it was.
Okay, well, that really doesn't
It didn't make any sense,
count
though.
then.
Maybe you've heard it before or something similar. I don't know.
It's not like it's not the end of the world. Okay, first of all, if it is the end of the world, what are you going to do?
Right.
What are you going to? It's the end of the world. Well, it's not like it's the end of the world. Well, if the tire blows out and it's not the end of the world, if it is in the world, it's the end of the world. Get over it. We're done. It's like
I'm going to start saying that to you all the time now.
it's like remember.
Does it bother you?
Remember, well, there's people who are extreme preppers.
Yeah.
That believe that if the world ends, that they will be able to survive. Mm-hmm. What's the end game? If everybody's wiped off the face of the earth except for you and your husband and your 3 kids that live in a bunker under fill in the blank.
I don't know if they think
what's the plan?
If it's going to be something where they repopulate the earth, is that the thing? Me and my children repopulated.
Well, there's a certain point where things.
Yeah,
can't
that's
happen.
true too. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
You can't
so you would need like another family that's not related to you to
populate the earth, like after the flood.
Right. Like a. Anyway, I don't.
That doesn't.
I don't know.
I understand the purpose of being prepared. I get that, but to say, "Oh, we're ready in case the world ends tomorrow." Well, if the world ends, you're kind of with it, you know.
I think it snowballs. Like it starts with being prepared for like a natural disaster, and then it kind of snowballs. No, I get too. I do it myself. Like if I know there's a snowstorm,
you get an extra bag of gummy worms. You know.
Well, no, like I think, okay, am I going to? I mean, we have enough food around here for days,
right.
But I think, okay, maybe I want an extra snack or something, and if I'm going to be out and about, I'm gonna pick that up. So yeah, so things like that are just making sure I have enough cat food on hand.
And here's a question to our listeners, okay? And we don't talk politically in this, and we don't talk religious because you get everybody mad on either side. So this is a genre of politics, but it is not directly at politics, and I'll explain. We all. We're in America, so we all have the right to vote for who we want to, and we all have selected candidates who we like and who we vote for. And we've all decided whom we're going to vote for, okay? You with me so far? Has anybody ever said, okay, either going to work or going to actual vote and go, well, I'm going to vote for candidate A because I like fill in the blank. Wow, that's a neat yard sign of candidate B. I like that orange on. I'm going to vote for that person. Has a road sign or yard sign ever changed somebody's vote? That's what I would like to know. I
don't understand the whole, because where we live, there's this whole strip of land. I guess that belongs to the subdivision.
I assume, yeah.
But people just put up these.
About a week before it's magical. There's like 25.
They just sprout
signs of any size of every candidate.
It's like somebody planted candidate seeds out there, and then they came up, and it's like, and then they disappeared just as fast as they came up.
Have you? Oh, I'm gonna vote. Oh, I like that yard sign. I'm going to vote for that person now because
that's how I vote.
No, don't. I don't know if that. That's what I would love to know the answer to.
I don't know if it's like a beacon, like, oh, okay, I'm like, oh, that person's my homie because they like the same candidate. I've never thought that either, so I don't.
Well, I like everybody until you give me a reason not to.
Right. Yeah. So anyway, what else are we talking about here?
Things that irk you in the world. What irks you in the world? Do you want me to go first while you think?
Yeah.
People not know how to drive whenever somebody's getting on the interstate. Like they don't move over. That you fight to have to lock the brakes up to let them go by, and then you tuck in behind them. Or you have to accelerate really fast in order to get in front of them because they will not move over.
Yeah.
And like everything you buy, in order to operate this piece of equipment, you have to download an app.
Yeah, the app thing is getting to me too.
It's terrible because if that company goes under, that app is gone, and now you got a $50 piece of trash.
Right. And that's a lot of people's complaints is you have to use an app to operate everything, and you can't just plug stuff in.
A light for a tint, a light for this, or a power station if you really want to get in the details of how to do that, or just a kid's activity, a plug-in thing. You have to use an app.
Yeah, that's kind of nutty. Things that irk me is I go to a gym. I go to a smaller gym, and there'll be people who will hog like 3 machines because they'll be doing this rotation. and during busier times, and that bothers me because it's like, just do the one thing on the machine, take your breaks, take your time between sets, and then move to the next machine. I get to the point now where I'm like, can I work in? And most of the time the guys are like, yeah, that's fine or whatever, but it's annoying.
Okay, here's one. Is there a specific time in history in which you could teleport from today and go and relive that day, not being able to tell, you're just visiting there for that particular event or day? You can't say where you're from. You can't say what that event is going to transpire into history in 2025 or 2020, wherever you're at in history. But you can teleport from today to one specific day in history to relive with the people of that time. And then after that day's over, you come back to modern time. Do you have one?
I don't know if it's a specific day, but just like maybe like the 60s. Like
you pick a day in the 60s and live for one day.
Like, or the 70s, more the 70s. I just feel like it'd be okay, kind of fun. Kind of like, like the hippies and the free love and yeah.
Okay.
I like the idea of like the whole hippie movement at the start of it.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm going to stick to the actual question and not pick just a random decade and a random Thursday in May in 73 to go to stand and watch Abraham Lincoln give the Gettysburg Address.
Why? It
would just be because that is a significant period of time that revolutionized and changed the way America's focus was to be.
That's true.
And then also to be in the crowd to listen to Martin Luther King give I Have a Dream speech.
That would be kind of amazing.
Yeah, because that was a dream that is still trying to be fulfilled in decades later, but have had great movement to where it once was. Because for people, some of you may have lived through that time, and I'm not categorizing you as this type of person, but there was a time where because of the color of your skin, you could not eat with other people. You had to be separated because for whatever reason, if you were a black person, you were like a bad person because of your skin. You couldn't drink water from the same, you couldn't do any of that. And I can't figure out that. I can understand why you may not like somebody because of their behavior, but because of the skin that you were born with, you're a bad person.
And that's not even like the I think, was it Ruby Bridges? That was the first kid that went to the first integrated school, the first child. Mm-hmm. She's only like 65 years old or 70 years old or something. So like that's not that long in the past.
Well, and I'll tell you a story. I grew up in Southern Illinois on a farm, and my great-grandfather, this was back in the 60s when hired help was typically black people. And they just dealt with the torture and the insults, all that, because they were getting paid to do hard labor, and that was just the lifestyle they lived. So when they enjoyed working with my great-grandfather, and I talked when I was younger, they were still around, and I would hear stories. And I didn't know my great-grandmother. She passed away in the late 60s. But whenever they worked for him, they would, at lunchtime, they would go in and get their plate full of stuff, and they would start walking out. And my great-grandfather would go, "Where are you going?" "Oh, when we work for the other farmers, we go sit outside under the tree and eat lunch." He goes, "You work for me, you're eating at my table." So they would eat around his, and they loved because they were allowed to come in the house. And when great-grandma made a pie, apple, peach, whatever, she cut it twice, and you got a quarter piece of pie for dessert. They loved that because he treated them the way they should have been treated everywhere.
Right. And that's a nice story.
Well, this is what we call Chatter Spot. We have one more spot left for the season, and we may do this next year. If you like this kind of thing, let us know. GardenTalkRadio@gmail.com.